From the Aishin Broadcast Studio, it's AMN Drivetime, brought to you by Aishin.
AMN Drivetime is sponsored by Aishin, your trusted and reliable source for aftermarket automotive components and technology. Visit AishinAftermarket.com for more information.
Neil, welcome to AMN Drivetime, sponsored by our good friends at Aishin.
Thank you so much, Bill. It's great to be with you.
Glad to have you here at our headquarters in Akron on this snowy, cold December day.
That's right.
Neil, the last time we were together was more than 2 years ago. We did a Drivetime interview. And at the time, you spoke about your company's desire to serve, passion to innovate, and the commitment to your core values. Talk about how that still holds true for you guys today.
Oh, great question, Bill. I'll cover each one. In terms of service, I think one of the best things about the automotive aftermarket is the collaborations that we form as an industry to support one another. We at NexaMotion Group take that mission very seriously. We've been sponsoring countless training seminars, supporting two major training organizations, ATSG and ATRA, for our transmission industry. I was blessed recently to be appointed to a few boards, the University of the Aftermarket Foundation Board, Pronto Network, of course, a large buying group, and AWDA. And it's certainly very much ingrained in all of us at NMG that as we're pursuing our strategies and initiatives, we want to make sure we're doing what we can to support the entire industry. In terms of innovation, it's kind of the fabric of who we are and what we do. Simplifying complex vehicle repair to keep the world moving is our mission. We think of ourselves as more than just a parts distributor. We're innovating in areas like technology, e-commerce, and our product lines. And everything we do is foundationally set within our core values. Commitment, humility, optimism, integrity, respect. These are more than just words for us. They're more than just things that we put in our employee handbook or on our website. These are values that we really try to live every single day.
Terrific. So, Transtar Holding Company formed NexaMotion Group in December of 23.
Right.
About a year ago. So, explain the vision behind why the company was created, Neil, and can you define its value proposition to the aftermarket?
Yeah, no, NexaMotion Group is, yes, it's a newer nomenclature for us. And really the whole thought was, as we were pursuing our core strategy to really diversify into adjacent product lines beyond transmission and driveline, which we've been proudly serving for 50 years now, we wanted to make sure that we had a home for businesses that we bring in that wasn't just Transtar. We're proud of Transtar and our legacy, and that's been our staple brand for the transmission industry, but we wanted to have a home for the businesses that we brought in. So that's really was the genesis of NexaMotion Group. The businesses that we brought in have been wholesale distributors that have been serving installers. We've been serving installers for over 50 years, but primarily transmission specialty installers.
Sure.
So really what we're looking to do is we're looking to launch product lines across the entire vehicle, all centered around light-duty repair, break fix, but we want to do that in ways that we think are innovative. And so NexaMotion Group was really meant to receive those businesses in, permit the brands that we're bringing in to continue. If local and regional brands have equity, there's no reason to change them to Transtar. So that was really the genesis of NexaMotion Group.
Sure, makes sense.
Yep.
Good sense.
Yep.
So walk us through NexaMotion Group 1 year later. So it's been a year as we talked. And describe how NexaMotion's mission statement, you mentioned it just before.
I did.
Simplifying complex vehicle repair to keep the world moving. How does it set the stage for everything the company does? Yeah.
Oh, no, it's important. A little bit of a backstory, if you will, about 4 years ago, we purposely thought through how do we become maybe something more encompassing as an organization. Again, we've been in the transmission and driveline space for a long time. We were proudly the #1 market participant there, but what else can we be? And we thought through a 6-month process, purposefully how to remission, how to revision, and how to repurpose, the business. And that's where simplifying complex vehicle repair to keep the world moving was born. A year into what we've been doing, 2024, it's amazing, the year is almost at an end. We've really evolved as a company. Some specific data points. We now have over 1,500 team members. We have 125 locations. We've actually added 30 locations this year alone. We've done 3 acquisitions, proudly brought in 3 businesses, PPI, 4M, and City Auto Supply, all great companies, great entrepreneur organizations that really fit within our values and our culture. And beyond that, we've really launched our technology, which is Transend. It's our own proprietary e-commerce solution in new ways. We've added several thousand product lines into Transend. We now have 700,000 SKUs encompassed within Transend as of today and growing. We think we're going to hit the 1 million mark probably in the next year or two. And beyond that, everything we do is about our people. Proudly, we've added 15 senior leaders into our organization, and 3 of those 15 have actually been additions to our executive leadership team. So we've accomplished a lot this year. We're proud of what we've done, but we think we're just getting started and we've got a long way to go.
You've said that NexaMotion Group is a problem solver.
Yes.
Helping customers navigate a maze of challenges, and there's a lot of them, right? Can you give our audience a few examples of what you're thinking about there?
Yeah, sure. And I'll speak to some of the products that we've launched for the last several years that espouses our mission. Again, we at NexaMotion Group, obviously, we want to make sure we get great products to you, our customers, accurately, quickly, and at a great value. But our thought is shops today are confronted with a lot of different challenges. Cars are computers. You've got ADAS, cars, even when they're repaired, they need to be reflashed, critical control system software. So our goal at NexaMotion Group is to determine if we could help with that process, even just beyond selling parts. A great example of a product that we've launched for the last few years is something called the RAP Kit, Rapid Remote Assisted Programming. So what we do with that product is it's an Android tablet. We provide it to our customers. And essentially, after the repair, they're able to plug it into the OBD2 through a dongle. And then we have a group of folks that sit remotely and telephonically that assist over the air through the internet with the whole reflash and relearn process for critical control areas like the TCM or transmission control module within the vehicle. There's other examples of what we're doing in terms of innovation. On the transmission side, we've seen some challenges with aftermarket product solutions that really need to be developed that haven't been developed. Maybe there's only just an OE solution. And while we're very quality driven, sometimes in OE product solutions, there's supply chain challenges with getting those products. So we've actually, the last year or two, have developed our own products. We've tooled up some folks, and now we're bringing those products to market under our own brands like Transtar and Transmax. So those are a couple examples of how we're innovating.
Discuss how, and you're talking about it right now, I'm very impressed, but talk about how leveraging technology and e-commerce enables NexaMotion Group to provide the next level of service to your customers.
Yeah, I think in order to address that question, I think it's back up in kind of the philosophy of what we have at NexaMotion Group. Again, innovation is just the foundation of who we are as a company. My personal belief is as industries evolve, and certainly if you're a value-add distributor like we are, if you're not embracing technology and frankly you're not leading with it, I think you could be left behind. And so the way that we think about technology is we don't pursue technology just for the sake of pursuing it. Our goal is to start with what are the problems and what are the challenges of the industry. And can technology be an enabler to help solve those issues? So a great example of another solution that we recently just piloted actually at AAPEX is a brand new AI assist tool for catalog assistance in terms of inventory, pricing, and availability lookup. So now for our customers, obviously you could make a phone call to our great sales team. You could go online onto our e-commerce solution. You could procure within your shop management solution, but now you could also pick up your phone and you could text our AI agent for pricing and availability information. You're not only going to get that information, but it'll provide a link onto Transend for the exact product that you're looking to buy. So this is just one example of how what we're trying to do is embrace technology, but start with the problem and then see if technology can solve that problem.
And you mentioned it briefly just at AAPEX. Did AAPEX go well for you guys?
Hey, it went great.
Good
We really enjoyed it. I think AAPEX for us, again, to step back a bit, our legacy, again, is in the transmission and driveline space. For years, we've had our own seminars now that have been incorporated into AAPEX. So AAPEX is somewhat of a newer participation platform for us, albeit the last few years.
Yep.
And I have to say, for me personally, in speaking on behalf of our entire team that was there, we were just so pleased by the receptivity to our products, our solutions. Probably more than anything for me personally is just the ability to interact with colleagues, meet new people, and learn. I think for us and for me personally at NMG, it's all about learning and continuing to evolve and continuing to understand what's happening in the industry. And really for us, it was a great show, perhaps our best show experience ever.
Oh, terrific. So 2024 was a solid year for you guys.
Yes.
How do things feel for 2025 as we sit here in December of 24?
Yeah, optimism is one of our core values, as I mentioned to you, Bill. So I'm very optimistic about next year. With that being said, we're realistic as well. There's challenges in the industry, albeit whether it's record inflation that we've all been living through for the last few years, which is still a challenge for consumers. There's all sorts of macro challenges out there, but we at NMG, we're putting our heads down and we're executing on our strategic business plan. I think what that means for us and what everyone could expect from us in 2025 is continuing to launch product lines. Again, complete auto care, a complete auto care mindset in terms of the product solutions that we're getting involved with. Specifically with the 125 locations that we have, about half of our footprint is still very much transmission and driveline specific still. So I think for next year, what our customers can expect is we're going to be launching these additional undercar and other related product lines across our entire network. Complementary to that is we're also going to be looking to bring in additional business partners, meaning folks that are looking to sell their business, perhaps join forces with a larger organization. We'd love to have NMG be their new home. And we take that decision that we're making very seriously. This business for me is a family business. My father-in-law started this company in 1975. And frankly, I've been at the other side of the table along with my father-in-law when you're looking to find partners. And we take, that decision-making that those folks are going through very seriously, and we want to make sure we do our part as a good partner in the industry for them. What does that mean? We lead with values. We want to make sure we have values alignment. And last but not least, I think what folks should expect is the continued evolution of innovation. Launching additional product lines in the transmission space that are proprietary brands to us. Finding areas within the industry where there's product gaps and customers need alternatives. We're going to do that in the transmission driveline industry while we're also collaborating with well-respected and well-regarded brands in the general automotive complete auto care space. And we want to do that with technology. So I think what our customers should expect is continuous improvement in Transend. We hired an amazing leader recently to take Transend to the next level as now our president of Transend. We're really looking forward to having he and our leadership team on the Transend side deploy several new innovations on our product development roadmap. So we've got a lot to do for next year. It's not going to be a boring year by any means at NMG. It's going to be very busy. But with that being said, there's some challenges also that we're navigating, but we want to do that together as an industry.
So Neil, this is your second Drivetime interview, and you've indicated
Yes.
you've seen a few of them. So we do something, as you know, called lightning round.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to give me a quick answer.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. What's some of the best advice you've ever received?
Learn from everyone around you. Learn from your peers, learn from people above you, but learn from your team. And be humble.
Is there any particular cause that you have passion for?
I love the education, importance of education in general. I'm a lifelong learner, and my participation and involvement now in the University Aftermarket Foundation has just been a blessing to be able to see how I can do my part to support the industry and really educate the future leaders of the aftermarket.
You travel quite a bit, so
I do.
Home cooked meal or a fancy dinner out?
Home cooked meal. I better say that, right? Home cooked meal. You know, I'm of Indian origin, love ethnic food, and it's always great to come home, of course. Although it's fun to travel all over the country and sometimes all over the world, but there's nothing like home, especially here in Northeast Ohio.
You have a lot of skills. I know that from an earlier Drivetime interview. What is a skill that you don't have that you might want to master?
All right, this might be a little embarrassing, Bill, but I'm not an engineer. And, embarrassingly, I recently have been starting to read Mechanical Engineering 101, believe it or not. It's just something that I thought that, I should have a better foundational knowledge of, obviously, given the industry that I'm in. So I started kind of understanding it, kind of geeking out a little bit on engineering concepts. So that's somewhat of a new revelation.
Last one. Any words to live by or phrases you think about as you go through your days and weeks?
It's not, I think for me as an individual, I think I'll restate what I said before, is be humble and be a lifelong learner. And don't be afraid of change. Embrace change.
Neil, great to have you on
Bill,
AMN
thank
Drive
you so
Time,
much.
sponsored by Aishan.
I really enjoyed it. Thanks,
Glad
Bill.
to have you.
Thank you.
AMN Drive Time is sponsored by Aishan, your trusted and reliable source for aftermarket automotive components and technology. Visit aishanaftermarket.com for more information.